What is up? Good morning and welcome back. Today we are finally installing the Supercharger kit onto Project Z. I'm stoked about it because I've been wanting to do this now for like the last couple days. I've been like back and forth and just it's been too hot and I've had things going on, and so like I've had homies show up that I've had to help them with their car. So now I can finally buckle down, get started on this, and put this Supercharger on here to complete the front end. Then all we have to do really is just have to get a radiator. I have like the radiator support. I have to get an oil cooler. I have the power steering cooler, the factory one. I don't think I'm gonna upgrade right now. But then I just have to put the front stuff together, and then this car's gonna be ready to drive. So we are getting close. We are getting super close to being able to first fire this car up and hear how it sounds. So I think today what I'm gonna do is I want to put like a time lapse of the whole build. So this might be a video, 7 minutes of, you know, time lapse of the Supercharger stuff going on. But anyway, something a little bit different. I hope you guys enjoy it. So sit back, relax, here we go. All right, so you can see kind of how it's going. Supercharger is all on. There's a lot of like adjustments and stuff like that, especially because of the fact that everything is so tight in here. You don't want anything hitting when you turn it on, eating something up, a belt or whatever. So that's why you've seen me change the spacer on here, back this off, tighten it up. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't crushing this hose. This hose does sit behind it. It does have a relief indent into it, but I gotta make sure it's not pinched, that there's no issues or whatever. So the one thing that I do have to change though, you guys can see this belt is hitting up here. I put this too high. I'm gonna have to make the bolt hole a little bit lower. I put it high thinking that it was gonna be okay, that this would clear, but I forgot it goes kind of at the same angle, so that's my bad. But I have plenty of space back here. I can undo this bolt, maybe lower it down about a ½ inch, just enough for this to clear over this, and then we should be good. My worry was hitting this, so I don't know, it's kind of finagling it, but now that it's on the car, I can actually put it on and see just where I need to do. So I guess we're gonna keep going. All right, so now that's done. You can see it's super close, but I can see light through it. I do need to get a different belt, however, because this belt now is gonna be too short to go on the tensioner. So I need to get a different belt, but at least this is routed. At least I know what's going on, that this is all taken care of. Now the next thing I need to do is just put on the downpipe, and then the one that comes around here to put on the blow-off valve. And that'll wrap it up for this, because I need to put the front on to be able to put the intercooler on to finish the rest of this. So I don't know, we're making good progress today though. Look how good this engine looks. All right, so got that all cleaned up, all the metal shavings off, so we don't have anything to worry about there. We next have to put on the down tube that comes off of here. It'll come down, then we'll take this one, we'll put it here, and that's where the blow-off valve goes. And then the only other thing we need to do is put the one that goes here and kind of wraps around here like this off to the front. And then we got to put the front on, but before I put the front on, I have to get a radiator, have to get a different belt, clean up a few things. You can see that I zip tied this here so it doesn't hit in here. It's really tight. I zip tied this off to the other side so it doesn't get anywhere near the cog pulley. So a couple little things. The drain tube I'll probably zip tie to the sway bar so it doesn't slide back and forth and, you know, rip a hole in this or make a bunch of noise or whatever. But other than that, this is pretty much done. So that's about going to conclude what we do with the Supercharger today. But Supercharger's on. Like, the easy part is next. After we put the radiator on, we put the front on, we put the intercooler on, and it's good to go. So we made a lot of progress today, but before we conclude the video, I think we're gonna put on the piping. That way it's as far as it can be. All right, so essentially, this one I left loose because when the intercooler goes on, you have to kind of finagle it. It's weird how that piping is, but you guys can kind of see exactly how the Supercharger is gonna go. No hitting, and this looks so good. Like the vision that I had for this to be all like blacked out with the white piping came together so nicely. I do have to wipe it off. It does get fingerprints a little bit easier, but I mean, as far as it goes, like this is gonna be beautiful. The intercooler I have is black. I put my crown on top of it. So on the front of the car, it'll look really nice. Also, white piping going into a black intercooler. I'm gonna have probably a KBD bumper just like that, big and open, so that way it gets as much airflow as possible. Plus, if it has an intercooler, you're gonna wanna see it. So I definitely think I might go actually that route, have the fronts match a little bit, but I might get a different kit for the sides, or I don't know. I don't really know the direction I'm going just yet. But there you go. I mean, Supercharger's on. It looks good. Everything fit pretty much how I remembered it. Like I showed you guys a little bit earlier. There's like a lot of like finessing and like turning and figuring out what the best like direction for stuff to go. This I had to turn a bunch of times. I had to turn this. I had to get this to come down more. You can see just how tight everything is in there, but everything does fit really nicely once you kind of learn how to like finagle it and get it in there properly. But I mean, I'm stoked about it. I'm so juiced to be having another VQ with a supercharger on it. Like, I love my LS car, don't get me wrong, but there's something about a supercharger, especially like Vortech Supercharger. Like, I love this whole setup, and I've loved this setup since I started drifting and since I started getting into the Z. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. Like, I'm trying to do different stuff each video, so it's not mundane, it's not the same thing, and not something that you're gonna expect. I kind of do have like, you know, a rhythm and like a style of how I edit, how I put stuff together, but I want it to be entertaining for you guys, and I want you guys to be able to learn something as always. And yeah, just, you know, vibe on the video. So I hope you guys have liked the whole time-lapse video, and hopefully there'll be more of that. But I think right now, I think we're gonna kind of clean up and be done with it for today. Like I said, I gotta probably get on the horn and try and figure out the radiator, the fans, the stuff I have to do, and probably the length of the belt. Sorry, my allergy is like killing me. But after that, I think then the whole front will be able to go on, and then I'll put headlights in it, get my wheels. I'm gonna get the Kansai KMPs. A lot of you guys have been asking what I'm gonna get. I kind of withheld from you, but because the car is getting so close, I'm gonna get the silver KMPs from Kansai. They're a new sponsor that I actually had from this year, from this build actually. So shout out to my guys over at Kansai. I can't wait to get the wheels and yeah, put this thing on the ground and start drifting it. So after we get the front stuff set up, the only thing I have to do is still the diff and the upper control arms, which there'll be another video on. So, and also starting next week will be my whole series of the raw vlogging it. This week I've been kind of like vlogging just day-to-day stuff, something for you guys different, be able to see kind of what's going on, what I do in a day-to-day life. I'm still gonna be making these videos. It has some behind-the-scenes stuff of making the videos. So yeah, tell me what you guys think about it, what I should do differently, that type of stuff. I really wanna connect with you guys more and be able to put stuff together more for you, so you guys feel like more on a personal level with me, not just stuff that, hey, this is what I'm building today, because that's what this channel is about. I'm trying to grow with you. You guys, you know, rock with me super hard. You always, you know, support me, you support Mike, you support what we do. Like, it's nothing but like love and positivity. And so I think we are gonna just keep trying to grow, and I wanna be able to, like, you know, intermingle with you guys, not just out at the track and that type of stuff, but even like over DMs, over stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, I'm trying to make it where it's a little bit more personal. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. It is Saturday. I'm about to get out of here and go spend some time with my daughter. We're going to a baseball game today out at the Giant Stadium. So pretty excited about that. And yeah, anyway, I will see you guys this week. Peace.